So you are not looking at Iran or Syria or Saudi Arabia or some country far away from here. That is the crossroads of the world, Times Square, New York City, just a few blocks away from the site of the worst radical Islamic terror attack in history. We have Muslims taking over public parks and streets to pray in New York and in places like Minneapolis, Los Angeles, Seattle, all the liberal places that you would expect to take part in this Islamification of America that we've seen. And it's happening like never before. We always say never forget 9/11, but it seems like a lot of America has forgotten. Just a few weeks ago, we watched Muslim New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani sitting on the floor in the mayor's mansion eating with his hands for Ramadan. That is just 6 miles away from the World Trade Center site. We are apparently able to sell prayer rugs there at the 9/11 Memorial in Lower Manhattan now. Glenn Beck has been a journalist for decades. He is the host of the Glenn Beck program. Glenn, it's great to have you on. Good to see you. I guess my first question is, do you think this is real, or is this because in some corners of the right, they say it's like a right-wing talking point?
Yeah, well, good luck with that. I started talking about with a chalkboard back in 2009. I said the Marxists, the socialists, the communists, the anarchists, along with the Islamists, will work together to destabilize the Middle East, Europe, and America eventually, and destroy the Western world. That is exactly what is happening. I didn't know it at the time. Two things I didn't know. That would become known as the Red-Green Alliance, when you have Marxists on one hand and you have Islamists on the other. And I also didn't know that that is exactly the way they overthrew Iran back in 1979. They made an agreement. Marxist, you bring in all of the college students and you show how corrupt this is. We'll organize the mosques and we'll have a revolution. Eventually, it didn't work out well for the Marxists because they thought they were in board with good friends, and they weren't. As soon as the revolution took place and it stabilized and you had the Ayatollah, they went on a killing spree of the Marxists. They were either arrested, tortured, or killed in the next couple of years. That is exactly what is happening, and it's a well laid out plan, as I document in my new special that came out a couple of weeks ago, and tomorrow we are releasing it on Tuesday at noon. We're releasing the special on YouTube so everyone can see it.
Yeah, let me play. I want to play a clip from that so everyone at home knows what we're talking about. Take a look at this.
They're making their moves. They're Islamists.
Islamists want the United States to resemble Islamic republics in the Middle East.
Our goal is to make America Islam. Islamic State.
They're among us. They're among our politicians, among our city leaders.
There's a template and a playbook that is in motion.
We're living here to shift this country's political direction.
I remember you talking about this, decades ago, Glenn. 2001, after 9/11, there were 84 mosques in New York City. Today, there are more than 400. Yet we still see Muslims, for whatever reason, praying in the streets, blocking traffic, taking over streets and public parks. Why don't they just go to a mosque? Yesterday was Easter Sunday. We didn't have egg hunts in the middle of the road, did we?
No. And it's interesting. They've used our own charitable nature they've used it against us. We don't want to be enemies. We don't want to be bigoted or anything else. And they've used it against us. There is a reason this is all happening, and it is well documented by them. People don't understand that these mosques, a good portion of them, were taken over by the Muslim Brotherhood. And even the Muslims in America at the time begged America, please help us. We're being taken over by the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, all of that control, so you have good Muslims now kind of trapped into this system as well. And we will show you all of the documents where they lay this plan out. They couldn't be more clear. And
because there are people, Glenn, there are people that are going to say tonight that we're conspiracy theorists or that we're Islamophobic. I'm not Islamophobic, but that doesn't, it's like calling somebody racist now. It doesn't have any power anymore to say you're Islamophobic. I guess here's the question. We've established that this is happening. I think it's happening. You clearly do. Do you think they are successful?
Yeah. Okay. So, yes. First of all, I don't really care if you think it's a conspiracy theory or not. It's a conspiracy fact. I have the documents to prove it. So tell me where it's wrong. I have the documents in their own words proving what they're doing. They are telling us every step of the way what they're doing. And then they send messengers out, like CARE, to tell us, oh, no, you're bigoted for saying that.
Yeah.
Words don't bother me anymore. You
What do we
use
do to
whatever
stop it,
word.
Glenn?
What do we do to stop it? We must inform ourselves and stand strong on, we are not against your religious practice. But if your religious practice says it's going to be new laws and a completely different country, that's not a religious practice. That is a political practice. And no, the answer is no.
Exposing the Islamist blueprint for conquering the West. He is Glenn Beck. Glenn, hope to have you back soon. Thanks so much for making this work.
Thank
We
you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you.